Hello everybody, this is G.I. Jetman again with another action figure review, and today we're going to review the G.I. Joe Classified Series All Striker with figure crankcase. And this is something I've been wanting. This is my holy grail of G.I. Joe Classified. Finally pulled the trigger, and it didn't really disappoint. As a kid, it was very nostalgic for me to get this. I loved this as a kid. I liked it better than the Vamp. But this I had to pull a trigger. In the past, I was thinking about getting two because I like this so much. But to be honest with you, I'm just going to get one. I don't really have the funds to get two. If I see one at Joe Fest, maybe. But right now, I'm just getting one. It really was. And here's the box. You know, it's a good picture. I know I'm on my phone, so it's not very good. But you know, G.I. Joe Crankcase and All Striker, G.I. Joe Classified Series. I won't show the box much because it's so big. Here's a good picture of Crankcase. It's the number 171 on the line. There's the digital render on the back with all the stuff, the attributes, and gobbledygook on the bottom. And if you want the UPC code, there it is. There's the box. It does come with a sheet of stickers, like most vehicles do. I am not going to be using any of these stickers. I don't do stickers. I didn't use them on any of the HasLabs I have. So and let's get to the vehicle first. And here it is. Here's the vehicle, and you know, it's very good detail. I mean, I know a lot of people I've seen on YouTube, they kind of didn't really like it, but like I said, I'm nostalgic. I love this thing. I love the updates in Classified. You know, yeah, the roll cages are hard to keep in their holes, but you know, if it really annoys you, use sticky tack, use glue and glue them down. You know, I mean, I'm gonna keep the roll cages on. I like them. I think it's different. I mean, I know I said I'm nostalgic for it, but I mean, I think it's awesome. The cannons, I think, are a good update. I mean, the only thing I didn't like, the only thing is the one thing, is this gun. This is the only thing I didn't like. I just could not get it on. And it's not because of my hands. I could not get it to stay on. I tried gluing it. I tried using sticky tack, as you see, and it's just a pain in the ass. I'm just gonna leave it off because I'm sick of playing with it, and I don't want to break it. And I'll just think of something else, or I'm gonna just use somebody with a gun and sit them in the seat. But I do like the cannons, you know. Even the antennas, they remind me of the original because they're bent a little. The original, the antennas were always bent. This gun, I mean, I would have preferred the video camera like in the original, but the gun looks awesome. I did get it sealed in. So the tires, I think the tires look awesome, and there is suspension, and they do turn like the original did, and there is suspension. If you set it down, there is suspension. So that's always, you know, good. People are on YouTube were complaining because the hood didn't open. The hood didn't open on the original, so it doesn't bother me one bit. I like the wear and tear on the hood. You know, and I think it looked great. I think you know, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's you know, I haven't fit the crankcase in it yet, but if you get in there, I know I'm on the phone, so you can't really see good, but you know, things fall off, but you move it around a much, it's gonna fall off, and the detail in the inside and the handheld speaker thing you talk into, and the shifting gears and the steering wheel and the picture on the screen. You know, you got cup holders for the coffee cup, and you got the toolbox here and the gas can, sorry. And then you got the engine back here. I mean, it's not as big as the original, but I mean, hot exhaust. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to sit people on the engine on the original. But really, that was kind of dangerous because it's a hot engine. So you can't do that here. But there are pegs here for people. There's pegs up here. And I think it's great. I think it's a great vehicle. I can't wait to play with it and make outside when it's better weather, because it's snowy right now and cold. I mean, I know it thing, but I'm just going to use a figure with a gun to sit there with his gun to fire. And you know, I mean, people may think I'm stupid, but I'm not going to fool around with this gun anymore. This is the only thing I don't like. It won't stay on there. I can't get it on, and I'm not going to ruin it by using sticky tack or any more glue. So the ammo box, I don't know. I'll save it as a spare for the gun on the passenger side. I might look into something else. I can't spend the money on gridiron right now because they are pricey. I just bought 2 loadouts. So, but I think it's a great addition to the Classified series. That's only one major flaw. I give the actual All-Striker. I'm going to give it a 9, a rivet rating of 9. That's my rating system. So let's get on to the accessories for Crankcase, and he's got a lot. I mean, so he's got this motorbike helmet that I think is asinine. This isn't a Joe helmet; it's a motocross helmet, and I won't be using it. And then he's got his original helmet. His original helmet, which I will be using, because you know I'm from the old era of O-rings, and you know I want him to look as much as I can. And here is his off-road visor cap, which I like. I like it. I mean, it's something different for, you know. And here's his Sandstorm handkerchief, I guess. And here's the around the neck handkerchief like Monkey Ranch. This is I'm probably going to put on him just to have, it'll make him look a little better. Here's his binoculars. It looks like Duke's binoculars. Now these look like they fit better. Would fit better on him. Let's take a look. I know Duke's were kind of stiff and wouldn't stay. These do look better on him, so I might keep them around him. And here's his goggles. Sorry. Here are his goggles. So they do look nice. Oh, here's his other handkerchief. I'm gonna put on around his neck when I play with him. And here is the infamous coffee mug. I do like this. My first coffee mug. I can't wait to get the ones on the Snowcat. I believe it's the Snowcat. So, and here's his pistol. His oh god, it was made in 9/11. I know that from the Big Jake movie with John Wayne. Oh god, a 9mm. It's one of those ones Mel Gibson used in Lethal Weapon. I think I want to say 9mm. Maybe someone can correct me. Wreck Ship if you're out there. And here's his knife. So that's a nice knife. It's painted silver, so that's nice. I like it when the knives and swords are painted silver, not all black. So. Jesus Christ, where the hell did it go? let's. And here's Crankcase. Good good head sculpt. He looks like the Crankcase that we know from the toy line, and well, I never read the comics, and he was only in like one episode of the cartoon as a background character. I don't think he even spoke, but I still loved him as a kid, with the Ostriker. I mean, he was when I was a kid, when I had the Ostriker, I always made him like an older character, like he was an older man, like around the same age as Hawk, and ready to retire. But he does. He does do a pretty good Tubbs pose. Up and down. He bends at the elbows, and his arms go around 90 degrees. His waist, good ab crunch at the waist. It is a little loose, like people say, but maybe that's just to get him into the car. I'm hoping, but I still love the figure. I think it's a good figure. I love his head sculpt, but the scarf is around, and helmet. So here he is. So I think he's a really good figure. Good articulation. I like the upgrade stuff, and doesn't really bother me that he's loose, because maybe it's just so he bend his legs better to get him into the chair, into the car. So let's see. Well, I think this Crankcase is a really good figure. I mean, he's not. I give him a rivet rating of 8.4, 9.4. Sorry, I think he's pretty well good. Nice upgrades. It doesn't bother me with the waist being loose. I think it just helps with him sitting in the car when you get him in there. And so I think he's a really good figure, and a lot of good upgrades. And together, I think it's a really good set. I mean, good upgrades. And I mean, it's not perfect, but you know, it's good. It's a really good set, and I'm very happy that I pulled the plug on buying it, and from Hasbro Pulse. Got here pretty quick, actually, and so thanks for watching. Make a comment and like and share and all that crap, and make sure you subscribe, because you know I'm very close to 200 subscribers. I have giveaways, and so just remember, knowing is half the battle. And if you live in a cold state, make sure you drive safe in wintertime, because I don't want to hear about any of my friends driving off the road. So, yo Joe, everybody, and see you at the next one.